it's my fault. You know what I'm saying? It is my fault. I would say because
accountability is the first step.
Yeah, I admit it. Like I used to tell her, like we was in a relationship, and I said, "Hey, I got one of my hoes coming into town. I just need you to give me the weekend."
Yeah. And you the toxic nigga, bro. It wasn't a toxic relationship. There was one person in the relationship that was toxic, and it was you, bro.
I was communicating though.
And if you ain't fucking with this podcast, then you're just a bitch ass trick.
Welcome back to another episode of Save It for the Pod, episode number 68. If you watching the podcast, youtube.com, I don't know the extension, but we got my homie, day one, my OG, Tpindell in the building.
Appreciate it, man. Good to be here, man.
Yes, sir. And then, of course, we got AJ in the building. So just me, Tpindell, and AJ holding it down. But T, tell the people about you. I'll let them know a little bit, but I want you to be able to tell your own story.
Yeah, you got to say Maryland's finest too.
Okay.
Got the flag. Got the flag in the front.
Damn, big facts, man. Well, definitely, yeah. From Maryland, born and raised in Annapolis, Maryland. And shout out to Maryland. There's been like a lot of creators that came out of Maryland in the last couple of years that are flourishing and doing amazing. But born and raised in Annapolis, Maryland, came down here, went to FAU. And then linked up with these guys. I think just probably playing ball in the gym, some pickup basketball. You know what I'm saying? I'm just in there trying to get my cardio in. I'm more like, I'm a catfish on the court. You know, I'm more like people look at me like, oh, damn, he tall, he's strong. Like, we gonna pick him up. They pass me that shit, be like, yo, shoot it. Man, they look at me in disappointment like I was a draft bust.
I had this nigga on my intramural team. I was like, yo, I think we actually did win the championship with this team. No, we didn't, but we still had a pretty good team. But first time I gave this nigga Troy, like, I think he gonna dominate. Oh, what is this nigga doing?
Shot that bitch. So my thing is, I wanted to shoot some threes. You feel me? But I can't shoot. So I felt like if I shot the threes in the beginning of the game, y'all couldn't blame the loss on me.
Right. Just get him out the way.
Let me get this shit out the way, bro.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? If I hit one, it's over. Like, we gotta shoot 5 more.
Because you're not gonna just say, hey, I'm trash, but you're just gonna be like, let me just shoot.
Yeah, let me get that shit. So I'm more like a rodman out there.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
That's why we linked up and ended up shooting some vines and shit, like during the Vine days. Those was like some phenomenal days, man. It was just like, I was already in the skits, but then just to see people just shoot content, I'm like, oh shit, like they on Vine. Like, I'm trying to jump on too, just to be around like other people that was like-minded, that wanted to grind, and were linking up a few times a week just to shoot content. I thought was dope. And I also feel like that shit just happened at the wrong time, because we had a couple athletes that was shooting with us, and couldn't monetize to get brand deals. But these motherfuckers is monetizing and getting brand deals. Like,
bro,
you know, what I mean?
Buddy from UCF, Destroyer or whatever his name is. Like, that's one person that I feel absolutely terrible for, because they forced this nigga.
They forced him out of school, but it panned out for him, because I think he's definitely making. I'm not gonna go in this man's pockets, but I know the numbers of YouTube, and I know the length of the videos. He's making like buku bucks, but he definitely should be double dipping on the professional side and on the YouTube side. But they definitely forced that man up out of there and have athletes they're now doing the same shit he was trying to do.
Facts.
So I started that shit and did that shit. Been doing YouTube for ages, over a decade. Been successful at it. Been blessed. So it's been a great run. Sketch comedy, parodies, gaming, life and relationship advice, public interviews. I'll be out here in these streets asking
public
people
interviews
all kinds
kill
of questions, bro. It's so much stuff. I'm gonna show y'all a couple clips on the computer.
Every spring break.
It's so much clips I can't even post on the internet.
Yeah.
I'm talking about titties, just ass, like women sexually assaulting you.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just like with nothing. Like, I'm like, yo, you just grab my joint.
Yeah.
It would ease.
But you need to like get this on like Patreon only. Like, of course, OnlyFans has this certain connotation, but that's like a perfect opportunity, like Patreon or some shit. Where, because can you post that type of stuff on Patreon?
I think so. I think they have like a Patreon link and a separate link, but I don't post that shit just because I don't want to get myself in trouble.
Yeah. Oh,
like,
got you. Got you.
It's been times where I just interview people and I get down there on the beach tower with them, and then somebody just come give me a lap dance, just be ankle shaking, whipped cream. It's been like wild times,
knocking
like,
ankles
you know what I mean?
loose,
so,
man.
Right. So, but you know, I don't know.
If your cameraman gets sick,
nah, but so that's what happens to me too. Like, even with shooting this content and being around friends, like I always like try to put people on and help people out, whatever. you know, even if they can't do it full time, they're able to pick up and make some extra revenue. But almost every camera person I've had help me, they end up start creating content. So now they're like, hey, yo, you think you can hold the camera and I can shoot something? I'm like, what? What? Bro, I'm driving out here and picking you up, paying for the drink. Yeah. Good. Like, just chill. But it's just like, it is a different beast when you get to hold that mic and talk to people. It's a different feeling. Bro. Like, especially like, you know, I feel like it's oversaturated now, but like back then, like people are like, oh my God, ask me a question. I want to be next. I'm like, yes, this is easy.
Right.
This is easy. And then people was, I don't know, it was I think I got a couple of them that hit over 1 million. But just to put it in perspective, like I used to go down there and spend an hour or two and just do videos. And
when you say down there, South Beach
or Fort Lauderdale.
Okay,
gotcha. So South Beach, Fort Lauderdale, go out there, have fun, and chill. And then I would go out because I gotta let the people get sauced up. I can't go out at 10 p.m. Because they trying to get to where they need to go. So I'll go out around midnight at 1, interview them. You know what I'm saying, for an hour or two, or even at the beach, interview them for an hour or two, and then go by my day. I had something like that, 15, 20-minute video, put that up, it do the numbers. That'd be an easy anywhere between 4 to 7K.
Sheesh.
Just from going and people was looking at me like, yo, you still doing those videos, bro? It's gonna be old. I be looking at them like, you have no idea what's happening. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then just the retention, and YouTube's all about watch time. People think it's about views. It's about somebody staying on your video as long as possible.
Facts.
And you could just see the watch time and the engagement, and it was just through the roof, man. That shit was crazy. So it was like, it was fun. That's not work. Like, you know what I mean? I'm going out here, I'm having a good time, I'm chilling. People on vacation, the energy's great. And I
talking to people from all over, so it's always gonna be something interesting.
They're happy to be out of the cold, like where the hell they from, and just on the beach.
And then super pause right now, but you an attractive dude. For those that
you got some guys you can be like, okay, you're attractive. I can see how women like you. Like,
yeah. So for those that's not watching, he's what, 6'4", 6'5"?
I'm 6'3". Appreciate it.
Okay, 6'3", super in shape, shredded. Like, he's an attractive. So when you get going up to these girls, like, if it was some ugly nigga, they wouldn't want to be a part of this interview. But they see you, they're like, okay, this cute ass nigga, let me be a part of this interview. And then I'm sure they letting a little loose because it's like, all right, let me try to holler at him.
Yeah, it's a difference. See, all right. So I'm gonna say this. That's what also happened. Like, this past year, I've seen the public interview space get so oversaturated. It was disappointing. Like, people were coming down off of, like, not even trying to vacation. They just wanted to go on the beach and get
and talk to people.
So me, like, they recognize me. I'm like, oh, y'all filming too? What y'all filming? What's your channel? Oh, we don't got a channel yet. What? No channel yet. Just out here trying to just taking up space.
Yeah.
Like, so, and even when I was interviewing people this year, it would be like, oh, I already did like 3 of those today. And so what happened is guys are around women they wouldn't even be in the same room with, and they're attractive. And to get views, they're trying to, let's do a grab your ass or slap your booty challenge or lap dance or kiss me on the cheek, let me turn my face real quick and kiss you in the lips. That shit just got so overly sexual and creepy and cringy.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, oh, I bagged this girl, I bagged this. Like, somebody that gets women or women that like, I don't have to do, like, I'm telling women I don't got time. I don't have time to get to know you. I don't have time to get, like, but it's flipped, and guys are like, they look up to that kind of shit. And I feel like the only guys that look up to it is also other men that don't get women too. So I'll be like, I'm like, damn, they kind of oversaturated, because now the energy, the woman was like, oh, I don't want to do another one. Or when I would do
this is what it's going to be already, you know?
Right. They already think it's going to be something. They be like, oh, what's the question? Is it going to be, I don't want to, I'm like, bro, I ain't on none of that cornball shit.
Right.
And then so after I interview them and it's funny, they be like, oh my God, this was nice. This is way better than all the other ones. I'm like, damn, what they going through out here? Like, so they messed like the vibe up in the game.
Yeah.
Just to try to get some click value or bend some girls over or get them to shake ass. And everybody like, oh, I could pull girls on camera. Who got, what is it called, Riz or Rip, whatever the hell that shit is.
Oh yeah, I know who you're talking about, buddy.
That shit is crazy, man. Like, you know what I mean? So if you look at anybody out there, you look at a Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah.
Who else like is an attractive guy that everybody looks at and be like, oh, this is the it guy.
I mean, Idris, he a little bit older.
Oh, yeah, right. But you would never see these type of guys like coming at women like that.
Facts.
They come in and their personality and their aura is enough.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? So, and I be trying to like put young men onto that. Like, bitch, take care of yourself, take care of your body, get your money together, and then that shit'll come. But don't be out like, imagine me out here chasing chicks on the beach, get 20 numbers. What the fuck? What am I do with 20 numbers, bro? Good morning, beautiful. Good morning, beautiful. Good morning, beautiful. Grand rising, grand rising, grand rising.
Copy and paste.
What I'm gonna do with 20 numbers?
Yeah.
Like, I be trying to understand, like what they do? Like, oh, he got like 15 numbers that day. What if you got enough life minutes to dedicate 15 to communicate and get to know 15 women? That's crazy.
They're going for the wrong currency.
Yeah, man.
The wrong goal.
So that's what the public interview joint has turned into. I'm gonna address that a little bit without trying to offend certain people, because I'm not trying to block or knock nobody bag. But you know what I mean, some of this shit is like weird.
No, I definitely noticed you take a step back from it for a little bit too.
Yeah.
And then recently you've been going back out.
It was everywhere, man. It was like easy. It's like people like even when I come out there, I'm filming on a DSLR, and I purchased an actual like professional mic.
Yes.
So that is a wireless mic. These motherfuckers just got cell phones. They just trying out
the
there
headphones.
just to winging that bit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, at least invest in yourself for better quality. It's not even a thing.
But I think it's TikTok that really blew it up, because YouTube, of course, it was already a big thing. You kind of helped blow it up. But once they started blowing up on TikTok and people saw how easy it was, I agree. Like I'm seeing the super oversaturation of it now. Yeah, and then with YouTube, they got the threshold. Most people can't even. They're not even. If you look at a channel like that and it just has a bunch of that and it's raunchy with raunchy thumbnails, you're not even gonna be able to monetize that shit. No, not at all.
Like, so what? Like, I know it's not all about money, but you should at least be setting yourself up to get some type of check. Like, you know what I mean?
Some type of return on whatever your time.
It's like, oh, I got to be around all hot girls or some shit like that. Like, what they do, bitch? I'd be like, okay, yeah, I was around beautiful women, but shit, I look good too. It's an even out. But
they got to be around me. No.
Right. So I don't know, but yeah, that's it, man. So it's been creating content, been doing it full time, and that's what's up. That's what I've been doing. Yeah. In a nutshell.
So you kind of skimmed over it.
Right.
So you well, not even that, but you being an athlete, you play football at FAU.
Facts.
So what was that transition like, going from football player to content creator? And do you enjoy this space more, or? And I'm not. It's not a diss. There's not anything like that. But if you would have been a better football player, got to the league or got to whatever level you would have wanted to be at, do you think you would have preferred that over being a content creator?
I don't know. Sometimes I feel like certain things we want aren't always like for us. It's not in like God's plan. Not to sound like cliche.
Yeah.
Like as far as football, playing at FAU, you know, and I feel like the timing is different. Like, I got into creating content earlier on.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Before it was a YouTuber, before it was a content creator.
Yeah.
I was just putting shit up there and was getting views. Like, we weren't called anything. Like, I used to date girls and meet their dad, and they'd be like, oh, what do you do? I'm like, fuck, I don't know what to call this. Like, I make YouTube videos. They're gonna be like, what? Like, but now you ask these kids what you want to be when you grow up, they're gonna say, I want to be a YouTuber. I want to be a gamer. You know what I'm saying? At first it was, I want to be an athlete or a doctor or a lawyer or a model, but that's what they want to create. Everyone want to create content. So that'd be like the gist of the shit. So, but I feel like as far as football, I feel like coming into FAU at the time I came in FAU was tough as well, because it was a brand new program.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like, I don't know, I had a great time at FAU. My best part about being a student athlete was the camaraderie and my teammates and being around those guys. And that's bigger than any win, loss, or like any other stuff. Like, just being around those cats was like a dope time.
Yeah.
So I know personally I was good enough to play at the next level.
Yeah.
It just didn't, like, it has to work out for you at the, like, you got to play and have film and showcase. Like, you know what I mean? I led the team my junior year in interceptions, and I didn't start.
Yeah.
And then the second person who was second in interceptions, he ain't start either. So, like, it would, you know what I mean? It should make sense. You know what I'm saying? Like,
the math not
when
mapping.
I left FAU, they had a freshman that was freshman All-American.
Yeah.
Like, FAU never had no All-American.
Yeah.
How you have a freshman All-American, and then his sophomore year, he gets benched?
Yeah.
Like, it was just some weird shit going on over there. Like, you know what I'm saying? And looking back at it, I always felt like, you know what I mean, I could have played at the next level, but it didn't work out, and it didn't happen for me. And then creating content really came from me being like a class clown and goofy and wanting to entertain people.
Yeah.
And so, like, and when anybody out there is younger, when you in high school, you could be funny. Middle school, you be funny. But when you get to college, it ain't really no class clowns. Cause people paying you paying your real money for these classes. Like, so you don't got to come to this shit. Ain't nobody forcing you. Like, that's real. People like laugh like, oh, nobody gonna force you to come to class. Like, that's real shit. So that class clown shit just went, and it was just goofy with the teammates in the locker room. So when I got out of school, I was like, oh, I'm gonna just do content. You know what I'm saying? I was substitute teaching and shit. I'm gonna just do content. And that's where a lot of the school videos came from, because it was like I was around that kind of shit. Yeah. And then that kind of took off like that. But shit, I wish I was able to do both. Like, you know what I mean? I wish about so much. That's why I just be like, I be feeling like my timing was off. Like, you know what I mean? If I was like getting into that shit like today, like if I was 21 today starting, like, you know what I mean, I'd be like, oh, like, you know what I'm saying, I'd be around a different group of people and everybody would be more into it. I was fucking creating content and people was like, I was like, what's this, what you want me to be in what video, what
but listen, you saying the timing off, and we just got off the topic of like oversaturation and YouTube oversaturated, all like TikTok, all this stuff. So I feel like you popped at the perfect time.
Yeah. But I feel like I popped and like I low key popped as somebody that like almost paved the way type of pop.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
You know what I mean? That's how I kind of
trailblazer kind of thing. That's what I was gonna say.
That's how I kind of.
Because someone we brought up earlier, Tpindell, or Tim Chantarangsu now that he goes by, Dashy, you like these are people that I was watching. Like I was watching your shit before I even knew who you was. You was blowing up on YouTube, not YouTube, but World Star, doing like Rick Ross the parodies. That's how I found out who you were, and I'm like, oh shit, this Tpindell, this nigga go to FAU. So
so I don't know, it just happened like that. You know what I'm saying? So it like the football shit didn't work out, and I still enjoyed playing ball. I went to the CFL for like a half a day. That shit didn't work out. They had me up there being a dummy hero. That basically mean like it's your camp body.
Yeah,
they know what they're gonna keep. They just got you out there running around for camp, and the person job I was competing with, he wasn't even practicing. Yeah, he was just chilling on the side like, go ahead, you got the reps. Yeah, he already knew what time it was. Like, so it was like that. But you know, I feel like that everything definitely does happen for a reason. And
I mean, you still played for fun and stuff too, like flag, and you would look like a pro on the field. What?
Well, some of that shit like never leave you, man. Like, you know what I mean, just I love competing, and that's why even with basketball, I was out there like Rodman, because Rodman was like,
for sure,
diving. Like, you know what I mean, he was gonna give you maximum effort with 2 points. You feel me? That's what he was gonna get. Like, so at least if you pick me up, you know I'm a bang. I don't care.
Oh, for sure. Like, I'm picking you up no matter what.
You know what I'm saying? So that shit just be like that. But then even on like being successful on the YouTube side, I feel like I had to grind and go at it for a while. But I'm glad it did. Like some of these young creators, they boom at 18, they boom at 21, and they do crazy shit. And people be like, what the hell were they thinking? Yeah. I can only imagine if I had that money at 21. Yeah. I would be reckless. I would be doing dumb shit. Like, I'd be like, but people don't think about that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, take a 19-year-old and say, hey, here's 20, here's 30K a month. Yeah. Enjoy yourself. What are you gonna do? You're gonna have a bunch of fucking friends that ain't really your friends.
Blow it on
blow it, chicks, drinking, traveling, doing this, whatever. Like, and that's what's happening. Like, you know what I mean? No guidance. You know, so that's what it is. But even I feel like being an athlete helped me be successful in another space. Like I get so mad at peers that I work with that don't have that same grind or dog or work ethic. Yeah. But they just don't have it in them. Yeah. Like I don't understand that shit. I'll be like even when I lived in LA for a little bit, like people like, oh, when you get out here, we're gonna work. And then you get out there and they BS and it's just cliche. So I see him, babe, I gotta talk to you. Hey, what's up, bro? Like I text you, check your phone. What's up? What you doing? What's up? And then I got pulled up like, you can't do that, man. That comes across as like bullying for holding people accountable. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's how it was out there. Like it was tough. And then even when I would get in the rooms, say I'm in here with like 5-6 creators, like say when we shoot Vine videos, right? Yeah. We went in there and we worked, right? Yeah. They be over there and people be just chilling, drinking, doing drugs or whatever. I'm like, yo, why we not creating content?
Exactly.
That's why we're here.
We got heavy hitters in here. Yeah. Why we not working? And then I'd be the one like, yo, you want to shoot something real quick? And they be like, nah, not tonight. I'm like, yo, this shit is crazy. So
and like, it's also because you got that athlete mentality. Yeah. Like you grew up practicing, working, putting blood, sweat, and tears. Like you got a content creator, they didn't have that same ethic. Like it's just, okay, I'm talented in this, but they don't know how to put forth that effort. So like you come in with that attitude and people don't know how to take that shit.
And that's what happened. And Zach, I tell you no lie, this is how this shit happened. like I started creating content. They was like, damn, football ain't work out. This what he doing. Like I even had like blogs talking shit. Like people that had to know me to know this type of shit. They was like writing from like not their real name.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, like somebody that knows me or knows me enough wrote this, but I just don't know who it is.
Yeah.
But it was like, okay, football ain't work out. Boom. Now he's doing this. This shit's not funny. This not this. It started to grow. Oh, I remember him. And then it was more like people calling me, hey, yo, this is my cousin. He ain't think I know you. And then it was like, yo, I love all your stuff. And then it was like, and you know, it was people like, yo, just use your degree. Just do this. You know what I'm saying? Which I tried to do. It just didn't work out.
Yeah.
And I think it didn't work out for the best. Cause I was a criminal justice major. I'm applying to police departments, correctional places. It didn't work. It just didn't work out. And then ultimately what it ended up being, yo, I'm proud of you. I'm glad you stuck with it. Look how it all panned out. You know what I mean? It's almost like that fitness TikTok when people be like, first is, hey, fat ass. Hey, and then it's, hey, damn, I see you. I see you. Oh, okay. Hey, how you get them muscles? Like, you know what I mean? It's like, it was a progression. And I was just like, the strangers and people I did not know really supported me before, like, my friends and loved ones. This shit was crazy.
Yeah.
They loved me. They just wanted me to just do the safe thing.
Exactly.
Right.
Be safe, man. You got a degree. Go out there and use it.
Yeah.
And pay that student loan back.
People don't want you taking risks, bro.
Because I walked on the FAU. A lot of people don't know that either.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I walked on. I ain't had no scholarship at first.
Hey, well, shout out to you, bro.
They had to run me my money. I was better than everybody bringing that bill in that class.
But
even with that, like you're saying, your growth and progression, like obviously you weren't like a overnight success, even though you had success.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember watching and seeing you, like you were, I don't want to go through all your jobs or whatever, but you were doing other stuff and also still working on this.
Mm-hmm.
But it would just keep getting better and better. Like, yo, I got this new deal or this next thing or this sponsorship, and I'm like, yo, that's dope. And you just kept going after it and working at it rather than whereas today people just boom after one and then they're just like, okay.
Yeah. I never felt comfortable and never settled. I still was around like-minded individuals, even if they wasn't close to me. I knew people that were doing better than me, triple better than me. So I was like, oh, damn. Like, you know what I mean? I was making good money, making crazy. It ain't all about the money. I was making good money, getting good views, living comfortably. I never been living out of my means. Like, I'm not a flashy person. Like, I don't like do like jewelry or Gucci or Balenciaga. No, like I don't give a shit about that kind of stuff. Like, I always felt like I am enough. So it was that kind of shit. And then so I was just like grinding, and I would see other people. So even if I had like a phenomenal month, I still knew people that was making $60K a month.
Yeah.
I still knew people that was making $85K a month. Like, and
that's
then
crazy.
And was just creating content. I knew I was around people like that.
They were already
And I was just like, bitch, like I gotta keep going. Like, you know what I mean? That's like if you make it to the league, what they do, bitch. You want that contract when it come around contract time. You want that Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you ain't here, but you want that 120 million, 140 million. That's what you want.
Yeah.
So
yeah, but even so, like you were saying, you had people who were like, oh, what, this not no real job or whatever. But the way you were going about it and the way I was watching, because at the time, I mean, I was behind the camera for Vine and stuff and filming and stuff. I mean, I'm in paid social media now for work, but I was just like, okay, like there's actually some viability to this. And that was mostly off of watching what you were doing, because a lot of people were cavalier with it. It's like, I'll create content sometimes, but you almost had like a science to it and just like a method to it. Like basically like what Zach was saying, you had an athlete's mentality where like I'm gonna put the work in. And I
enjoyed it. So even when like I had a video that popped, I'd be like, babe, we got to get back in the lab. It was like this is what it was supposed to have been.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it's almost like after you get a win, like you be like, yeah, we supposed to win.
Yeah,
like losing is like fuck, but like if you're on a good team and you win, like bitch, okay, next week, like next, you don't really celebrate the W's. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is supposed to happen when you work hard. So like, you know what I mean? I don't know. I'm still like that to this day, bro. Like I still feel like a part of me, like it's just a different grind. It's just a different time.
Even with the podcast, even with, like I said, I've been to your spot like 4 years ago, and seeing how where you were shooting stuff before, then now what you have here. When you started,
I ain't had no doors.
You didn't have there was no doors. There was nothing.
How hard it was to get wood in the pandemic. Pause.
Hey yo,
it took 6 months to get this wood.
You got the signs, the pillows, everything.
Yeah. So yeah, man, I came in, got this painted in here, man. But it's fun though, man. Yeah, it's a good time.
All right, but moving on though, I'm glad that you was able to kind of tell your story. But we can jump into the random topics. So on this podcast, we've talked a lot about how Florida gets shitted on, all the Florida man stories. We take all these L's.
It's crazy down here. People still want to come.
Exactly. But we finally had a W in the storylines. So apparently there was a flight to the Bahamas or from the Bahamas or somewhere above the Bahamas, and the pilot had passed out. And nobody on the plane knew how to fly that bitch. And somehow, some way, they were able to get traffic control, and some random passenger on the plane was able to land that bitch.
Yeah, but no, it was a smaller plane too, though.
Still,
Yeah.
No. Scary. I feel like the big plane got the autopilot.
Yeah,
right. That's facts. That's true.
Exactly.
But you got that little plane. You really on your own, but you out there on some GTA.
Yeah.
GTA is exactly.
But
what
I just wanted to give that clarification, because like if someone passed out on a commercial flight, yo.
But at least in that situation, you have the pilot and the co-pilot.
Right.
On that small plane is just the pilot and that's it. But in that situation, how do you think you would have reacted?
Be honest with you. If the plane would have landed successfully, and I didn't land it, I'd have been disappointed in myself. Like, I should at least set up that with them.
Oh yeah, you were like, be part of it.
But I would, if he would have passed out, I'd have been like, I'd probably get on the phone and be like, "Bitch, well, this is how this shit going down." You know what I mean? I'm out here.
Yeah.
Glad I got my life insurance up to date. You know what I mean? So, but I would have been scared, especially on them little mini planes. That's people's biggest fear. Like when you do a connected flight and then you get on one of them little ass baby planes.
Yes.
You be like, bruh, look at the size of this plane. I feel like you feel like every little air pocket bubble, every little like.
Oh yeah, every bump.
Yeah.
You feel the birds up there or some shit, man. That shit crazy.
Dog, if I land that shit, I'm getting my flying license, whatever it's called, ASAP. Yeah,
they gotta get the keys to the
I'm learning how to fly ASAP, because it's like, all right, I was able to do that with no training. Like if I learn how to actually do it, I'm gonna be the livest pilot out here.
Yeah, what's the man name? DeSantis.
Yeah, the governor.
He gotta get the keys, bro.
You gotta give you the keys.
But then too, I'm definitely expecting a document or a movie made out, because what was buddy that landed the plane in?
Captain Phillips or what? No, was it?
Yeah,
was it him?
that's what I was gonna say, but I think that's with Tom Hanks.
Oh, I know. I mean, Tom Hanks was in both of them, but
oh yeah, you're right.
It's not Phillips. I know it is that.
Anyways, I'm expecting a movie made after me, after I land that shit. But that's fucking crazy though, and to land it all just by like having communication over the phone or whatever, the mic, whatever it is.
I'd have been at sweating bullets.
And the person that was able to walk you through it, he definitely got to get a raise, because it's like I just was able to walk somebody through this shit who has no training.
Raise some head. You wouldn't believe what happened today. Baby.
Sully. It was Sully. The movie's called
Captain,
Sully. It was gonna mess with me, so I had to look it up.
Yeah.
But I definitely would have been like, all right, I'll jump up there and try.
Yeah.
But yeah,
That's
I mean, I think
if that was like regular like Americans, like, you know what I'm saying, it'd have been too many people trying to get up there and try.
Yeah.
Like everybody want to be able to try hard.
Exactly.
No, but like
I've
actually wanted to be a pilot too.
Oh, for real?
So I would have, all right, I'll jump up there and figure it out. But he called air traffic control and then had someone coach. That's what I would have done. Like, yo, is there any way to help? Just tell me what to do.
Yeah.
See, and I don't know how I would react in that situation, because there's been times where I've been in pressure type situations and I want to be the nigga that steps up.
Oh, I thought you were like, and I panicked.
No. But in that situation where it's other, because if it would have just been me and the pilot, like, I have no other choice. But me and all them people on the plane, no, I'm not having all those people's lives in my hand.
You look back, look back out that little door. They look at you.
Like when the teacher's like, we need a volunteer. Please save us.
Exactly.
And then no one looks and no one steps up.
The first thing that would have, this your Captain Zach speaking. Y'all all need to find the closest life saving vest and jump out this shit, because I'm not saving y'all.
I'd have been like, boy, this shit crazy, ain't it?
Exactly.
Wow.
Y'all on y'all own. But anyways, moving on. Something that I wanted to talk about, because Kendrick, he just dropped his album today, and we'll get to that in a second. But he did have a song on the album, We'll Cry Together or some shit like that. Super toxic ass song about a couple fighting back and forth, and at the end of the song, they fucking or whatever. Mm-hmm. But have you ever been in any type of toxic relationship, and how has that situation been?
Let me first say, that song right there, that gave me Eminem vibes, arguing with the baby mama and Haley and all that. It gave me, like, bleed, like, you know what I'm saying? I was a big Eminem, Marshall Mathers LP, and Slim Shady. So a toxic relationship, I definitely have been in a few. I'm not big on arguing or raising my voice.
Yeah.
Like I feel like as a man, once you raise your voice in an argument, get out of character. Once you argue with somebody, you argue with a girl online in the comments, like you can't get no W out of that guy.
No,
Yeah.
not at all.
Like, you know what I mean? It's an L. Like, you setting yourself up. So, but I think in relationships and dating, that really gets to women when they can't get a reaction out of you like that.
Yeah.
So, I've been physically like assaulted, like you know what I'm saying, like wow, like because I didn't have a reaction. So then when I get hit, I'm like, what the hell was that? It's like finally some reaction. I'm like, oh, you serious?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
You know what I mean? So, but I will say, I don't know what it is, like that the toxic love, like, you know what I'm saying, or that toxic energy or the makeup action of the toxicness.
I'm glad you brought this up.
It's a drug, bruh. and y'all be really thinking you in like a freaking Boys in the Hood, Jody, Society, Jody. Yeah, you be feeling like you in that type of love story. Like, you know what I'm saying, we gotta make it. We've been through so much.
Yeah.
No, you need to let that bit go, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so once you get mature enough, then boom. But I ain't gonna lie, in the heat of the moment, that'd be like some of the best shit. Like, that toxic love be crazy because even your family and friends be looking at you crazy. You be like, y'all just don't understand.
Y'all just don't understand.
Y'all just don't understand. Yeah, you right, bitch. You don't understand either. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I definitely been in some toxic relationships, man. I had a girl like that cut herself.
Jesus
Like,
Christ. That's a whole nother, that's not even toxic. That's a whole other level,
toxic
bro.
Because it's my fault. You know what I'm saying? It is my fault. I would say because
Hey, accountability is the first step.
I admit it. Like, I used to tell her, like, we was in a relationship, and I said, hey, I got one of my hoes coming into town. I just need you to give me the weekend.
Yeah. See, you the toxic nigga, bro. It wasn't a toxic relationship. There was one person in the relationship that was toxic, and it was you, bro.
I was communicating, though. You feel me? I was transparency.
I was communicating.
So I told her, and she seemed good for the day or two. And then all her friends was blowing me up, talking about such and such in the hospital, cut herself up. I said, God damn. So yeah, you know, I've been part of them toxic relationships, man. I've been all in that, man. So
yeah,
I'm not saying like like you just said, it ain't always been the other person. Like, I've been included in the foolishness. Yeah. So, but it's growth. You live and you learn.
Yeah. So I always say this on the podcast. I'm fucking a lover boy. I've always been in long.
I know that. I know.
Yeah. All you see me in is, well, this one relationship, but I've always been in long ass relationships. Yeah. My high school relationship, that was a little bit toxic, but I mean, the shit you just told me, well, yeah, it's high school, but my shit was tame as hell compared to what you just told me.
But so Zach, I used to try to get Zach in trouble, like, before you was with your fiance. Yeah. Now let's clear that up. Put that out there. I used to be like, Zach used to have, like, girls that wanted, and I'd be like, Zach, knock her ass down, bro. He'd be like, nah. I'm like, nah. Get in there. He used to be like...
Nah, I've always just been, like...
You be chilling.
I wish I could have had whole phases, bro. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. That just was never my thing. Like, I need that companionship. I need that person just to be there. Well, I went on a whole nother tangent. But what would you say you kind of enjoy more? Being single and being able to have that freedom to do whatever, or just being in a relationship and locked down to one person?
So basically, like, what's the being in a relationship or like having?
Yeah. Essentially, I just went on a roundabout.
The promiscuous joints.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. So, you know, sometimes you in a relationship and you got the promiscuous joints. I wouldn't promote that to anybody. Like, you got that going on, like, at least be honest with everybody. But it's so sad. But I know why it is the way it is, because it's really unattainable, and it's it has a low success rate. It's so awesome when you fall in love with one of the hoes. That, like, when you fall for there's
someone you're not supposed to fall in love with.
Right. Yeah. It's dope because you can be open and honest with them. Y'all damn near the same.
Yeah.
And and they fun.
Yeah.
But you know, longevity wise, like, it ain't gonna be no loyalty because you know who that person is.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? You know she might be low for a little bit, but it's like an addict. She might get that hoe itch. Yeah. And go back out there in the streets, and now your feelings hurt. Mm-hmm. So, but that, like, so I definitely prefer, like, the peace of a relationship or a companion or somebody that's loyal and you could trust and can confide in, because, you know, what's fun is fun, but, like, everybody comes You can have all the women. It's fun. But you know what I mean, bitch. I like to cuddle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Come to the end of the night, I want to snuggle wuggle, bitch. I want to be a little spoon sometimes.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
what I'm saying? Like, cuddle me back,
you.
baby. Like, so, like, you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? So, I think the relationship aspect is better. And I think the jumping around, it just seems fun. And it's promoted in the music.
Yeah.
On social media. And every time you swipe on your explore page, it's a new, whatever you into, whatever kind of woman you like.
A new one.
Yeah, the algorithms know.
For you,
the
bro.
algorithms know.
And with no clothes on.
Exactly.
I'm like, at least put some clothes on them for me. Come on, Instagram, they ain't got no clothes on for you. Like, it's right there for you. So.
But I'm definitely, because not to say I want a toxic relationship, but in that song, obviously they get into the fight. And she like, oh, fuck me. And you just talking about like the makeup sex and all that. See, my girl right now, she petty. So if we get into a fight, I'm not getting nothing for weeks.
You gotta jerk off and bust on her leg.
Bust on her leg.
All right, go ahead. Clean yourself up.
Exactly. So I've never had that, and I want it. I want to have that passionate makeup sex, but that's never gonna happen.
That passionate makeup sex is awesome because it literally, the communication of the makeup sometimes happens during the sex, which is ridiculously crazy.
Yeah.
And then you know what I mean? After though, you be like, I don't even know why you be acting like this. I don't know why you be acting like this. Like, you know what I'm saying? It'd be so like sometimes shit ain't even resolved, but the sex just made it seem like, we gotta wake up tomorrow and address this.
Yeah,
exactly. We still gotta figure this shit out.
Exactly.
That's a different type of couples therapy, huh?
Yeah, so
exactly.
It happens, man. That shit crazy though. But you see people like that and act like, oh, I love it. We love so hard. We love so hard.
Yeah.
That way they drunk. We love so hard. And I'm like, no, y'all that's just crazy.
Yeah.
And toxic.
See,
y'all just drowning, really. It's just y'all just too deep in it.
We brought her up. We brought her up last episode. AJ, JV, and Viner. That you remember that?
Okay.
You're just giving away so much. If you're trying to be discreet about it, it's no longer discreet.
I'm gonna tell you something, bitch. When he said JV, I thought he was talking about junior varsity.
Oh, okay.
Nah, but
I said, damn, bitch, on JV.
I feel like had we kind of maintained that relationship, I definitely think it would have been like that song exactly.
Yeah.
But I knew off rip like this was just gonna be a little fun thing, but nothing was gonna come out of this, so that's why I had to dead that shit real quick. But also Tatiana was like, hey, it's either me or her, like pick.
She pulled your card.
And I was like, I guess
But
I'm
that's
gonna pick
the thing,
her.
like, you know, you gotta, I wouldn't say like what's wifey material, because I don't want to nobody feel disrespected, but you know what's good for you and what's good for your soul.
That's someone's wifey material, you know.
Yeah, somebody else, but you know what you need and what's good for you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad you know what I'm saying, you got that. That's dope. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta just look at overall like your happiness and that's it. But I always like, I've been around a lot of people. I've never really been attracted just to somebody just that, like, I don't want nobody to do what the hell I'm doing. Like, you know, I'm good. You ain't gotta have five. But I don't want my girl in that, bitch. Like, I'm good. Like, you know, you post once a year. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
That's how I am. So I'm like the exact opposite, because you know what I push out, the whole Tpindell, like that's pushed out. That's cool. Back with another video, like, you know, that shit is cool. Like, but you know what I'm saying, when I'm vibing, bitch, I'm just Troy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm chilling, kicking it. Like, people be like, yo, come on, do some funny shit.
Some
Let me see my ankles in my now. I'm like, bitch, I'm not on that right now. Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's work,
I'm
you know?
just chilling. Like, I'm vibing right now. So.
But I mean, that's really work for you.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
they're gonna ask
Zach
to run some camps
like,
or something.
Spit some shit real quick.
Right. Oh,
Like,
let me see you do your thing.
Yeah. If I run into damn.
Your mom, like, do that little dance you do for
to a corner, like, hey man, let me backpedal, bitch. Come on, bitch.
Yeah.
Quick karaoke. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bitch, down. Relax.
All right, so since we on the conversation of sex, I got a would you rather. So the question is, and I got this off another podcast, so shout out the Not That Serious podcast, which we follow, but it's, would you rather have play-by-play commentary of any announcer of your choice when you have sex, or have a comedian roast you every time you do something unhealthy? So
Mark Jackson, Mama, there goes that man.
Hey, I didn't even think. Hey, that'd be perfect.
Or
I'm up in it.
Who's the Kevin Harlan? Who's that? Bang!
Yeah.
John
No,
Madden be out
Mark-
there, be boom.
From the parking lot.
Yeah, so the first person that Chris
Chris Berman.
Chris Berman was the person that I thought of. Rumbling, stumbling, bumbling. But no, actually Mark Jackson would be fire, bruh. Hand down, man down, bro. Me just in that shit.
I ain't thinking about that shit. Like, that shit funny as hell.
Or what's the other option? Because we just went. That was
Having a comedian every time you do something unhealthy. But I feel like I don't really do too much unhealthy stuff. Actually, because you was just talking about jerking off on it. I feel like I jerk off at an astronomical rate. Like that's the only thing that I do unhealthy. Like all the time I be dehydrated. I'm like, Zach, why you so? And then I'm like, oh, it's probably because I got no more fluids left in my system. That's why. But outside of that, I don't do no unhealthy. Like I eat pretty healthy. I work out daily. I don't smoke or anything like that. So I don't know if I could. But if I had a comedian that was roasting me, I think I want like Bernie Mac, R.I.P. Bernie Mac, but I probably want him.
It's funny as shit.
But so like so the commentator, right? That's live commentary, you know?
Yes. Yeah, I
so
need
they're just
them
watching
in the room. Mama, there goes that man.
But you know, like what if you slip up? They're gonna gonna say something.
They're gonna have the TV with the pen and all that to see.
You're gonna be on Shaqtin'. You're gonna be Shaqtin' a fool. You're gonna
can't play with him. Can't.
See, he was supposed to attack this hole, but as you see, he attacked the wrong hole, and that's why she didn't enjoy it.
Yeah. I feel like I would do the commentator because that would make me be at top performance.
So who's the
like,
commentator?
I'd be looking at the commentator like, yeah, bitch. What now? What's up now?
Well, who's the commentator that you pick?
My commentator, you got to go with the GOAT. Like if it was a commentator, I would go with Madden. Just because he's the GOAT. And then if it was another one,
bro, he's hilarious.
If I had to go with a honorable mention, it would be a duo. And I would like Shaq and Charles Barkley.
Oh my God, that
just
was
because they're on themselves.
They're gonna roast you.
They gonna roast and they gonna get arguing.
Yeah. Right, and then they're gonna say, "I would have done it this way, and this is the best way."
So in that situation,
shut your ass up. You can't even
both.
move.
Yeah,
like you know, what I mean, they be going at each other. Like you know what I'm saying. So that's what I would do. I think that'd be funny as hell. Them two they hilarious.
Yeah,
I think I'm taking the comedian for sure.
The comedian,
what are unhealthy things that you do though, AJ?
Me, I like food, you know.
Oh yeah.
Like there's that.
So then, who's the comedian that you gonna pick that's gonna roast you every time you eat something unhealthy?
I mean, you said Bernie Mac, so I'm gonna try not to go the same way, but you might have to come back to me because Bernie Mac is the person
we got Bernie Mac, Cat Williams.
I was about to say Cat.
Who's some other people that's gonna roast you? Because Dave Chappelle, he a great comedian, but I don't know if he gonna roast.
Kevin Hart can roast.
No, that's what I was gonna say. I was about to say Kevin Hart. He's pretty good because I mean, even him going.
Oh yeah, Mike Epps.
Yeah, Mike Epps will be on your head side.
Oh, but like him and The Rock going back and forth. Kevin Hart and
Michael. Look at this ugly mother.
But I couldn't even. He does, but at the same time, like you're Mike. Look at you, man. Like look at you, look at me. Like it's different. It's a difference.
That's the craziest thing. He signs up to look like that. Like, like he put that shit on.
Yeah. Nah, but that was a funny would you rather that I thought of. I'm not usually a fan of that, but that one I thought was pretty funny.
Yeah, I think it's funny too.
So a segment that we got on this podcast, T, is get it off your chest, and it's a time to vent, let the people know what's been bothering you. Is there anything that you need to get off your chest, whether it's good or bad? It doesn't need to just be venting, but anything that you got to let the people know, anything you got to get off your chest.
I said this recently, but I want to reiterate it. I feel like as men and dating, even what the dating space has become, a lot of men coming out and being dating coaches, a different thing. R.I.P. Kevin Samuels. I feel like we are so quick to judge and tell women what they're doing wrong or how they should be or how they should be treating us. I feel like as men that we need to have that same energy.
Facts.
As far as how we pick our friends.
Okay.
Like, you know, we hold women. I wouldn't date her because she does this. She does this. She moves like this. I don't like this. She posts this.
Mm-hmm.
We need to look at our own friends in the same fashion because there be so many of our own friends and homeboys that'll be talking shit behind our back or try to date our girls if it was possible or do conniving crazy shit, or even friends that you know that are moving wrong, maybe aren't even in their kids' lives or not financially stable or credit score poor, and they out here doing this and spending this. Like, we don't check our friends.
Yeah.
We don't be like, hey, yo, bro, you got to do better. Like, that's not it. Like, you know what I'm saying? You need to do better than that. So I feel like as men, I wish we were better at that. And the thing I love about men is, like, if I had a problem with you or I didn't agree with something or vice versa, you can come to me and talk to me about that, and we could be good.
Yeah, straight up, and be good the next same minute.
Good, and or we can agree to disagree, but still be good. Like, most women be like, I'm done with her. She's trained. She switched up on me. Like, as men, we could be like, we're used to getting checked and being on, like, especially being an athlete. But like, somebody get in your face and cuss you out, grab your face, man, and you know what I mean, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, you know, go take it out on somebody else. So I feel like we need to hold each other more accountable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we need to pick our friends better and the people that we surround ourselves with better. Like, you know what I mean? Use that same energy. Same energy that you use to find a woman. Oh, this is for the woman of my dreams. She needs to be able to do this. For a guy to be my friend, he need to have this going on. Like we don't do that.
Right.
Like, we just be like, oh, he's funny.
I know it for a minute.
The jokes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, so like, you know, or he plays basketball, so we just hang out together.
Yeah.
Like, what else? So that's something I wanted to get off my chest and just say and put out there into the atmosphere and put in people's ear and have them thinking about.
Yeah, and that's a great point. And I think I pride myself on having a good circle of guys that aren't gonna be on no like. And I'm not calling anybody out, but we always get on Phil every podcast. But that, I mean, you was just talking about, like, men were able to call each other out and hold each other accountable. And not to say that everything Phil, a lot of times it's jokes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But, and not just Phil, but everyone in my circle, I feel like I'm able to have a conversation with them, call them out on bullshit. And they don't get offended.
Yeah.
And we just trying to help each other grow. But I don't have any, like, creep ass niggas in my circle or anything like that. So,
right.
No, that's
Man,
definitely
that's essential. And
I was saying the same. I was like, we kind of don't have that problem, but that's a really good point, because I wouldn't even think of that just because of the I guess our core group, but for sure.
Nah, but that's facts though. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like.
That also happened with intention. It wasn't like it just. I mean, we like Zach said, we all hold each other accountable and stuff like that too. So. Yeah,
hell yeah, that's important, man. And I agree.
You was gonna say something though?
Yeah, I don't know. I was just basically saying, like, it was gonna be a joke, but it was gonna be for real. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this y'all core, y'all got y'all core group.
Yeah.
Like, that y'all got together, and like, even like when we was on Vine and shit, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I used to try to get you on the host. Like, you know what I mean? I was that dude. Like, you know what I mean? I was a bad influence. You know what I'm saying? I'm to be honest. I'm like, bitch, you young. Get on these hoes, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's one over there, two over there. Like, you know what I mean? So that wasn't you.
Yeah.
And it was so funny because you remind me so much, like, of my brother.
Yeah.
Like, he's a lover boy, wear heart on his sleeve, and he's a relationship guy.
Yeah.
And
that's
I used
me
to
100%.
get so upset with him because, like, you know what I'm saying? But you got you a good one. He ain't had no good. Like, he get dogged out, wasn't treating him right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I used to tell him, I said, listen, they treating you like I treat them. Like, you know what I'm saying? We got the same blood, goddammit. Like,
exactly.
You gotta fix this shit.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like, flip it right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But, like, you
That's
know,
funny.
he just was like a nice guy, genuine guy. And there was nothing wrong with that. Like, I literally look up to him for that. I'd be like, bruh, like, you are, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're just an overall and all around, like, just great guy. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, and I respect that. And that's why, like, I just wish, you know what I'm saying? I used to wish, like, he could just find, like, the perfect person for him. Because, I used to have women, he get an ultimatum. They want to be, like, in a relationship with you. They want to do this. And I'd be like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah,
like, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
But I feel like, damn, like, you, and it was nothing wrong with him. I used to look at people and be like, bro, you are dope. Like, you are an awesome person. You're a great girlfriend. You're going to be a great wife. Just not mine.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? And it's fine with that. And I used to tell him, like, yo, go find you somebody else. I'm not the one for you. And he'd be like, I can transition and change him. I know it. I'm like, oh,
that's a team of girls too.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to tell you to get your shit, get going, pack it up now.
Yeah.
So, but, you know, but I used to be like, I don't know. I feel like, damn, man. Go holler at my brother. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, not that in particular person, but like certain stuff like that.
I need that kind of energy.
I don't understand. It'd be like how the women be like, people always say, oh, they're attracted to like the bad guys or the guy that don't want to like it really be like that, bro. I mean, like people like, oh, I want a Russell Wilson. Like Russell Wilson in your DMs, bro. Like you're not attracted to him, but you're not. Like he in there though. Like you got a guy that want to treat you nice.
I think it's just like an innate human competitiveness almost. Yeah. If you think about it,
I can change.
Because it's like, exactly. Like I don't want to lose, kind of thing. Mm-hmm. That's really what it like. Not what it comes down to, but a lot of people I don't.
Came in
lose.
with an L. Yeah.
I
knew he was gonna lose for you. Had no chances.
Yeah, thanks.
But that's when those ones they want to try the hardest for, because then they feel like
it's crazy.
They're working towards that as an accomplishment type deal. But
yeah, that's the difference. Like women, I'd be like, I was the one who got him to act correct.
Right.
I was the one.
They
that
take pride in that.
him.
Yeah.
They take pride in that shit, man. But why? Just go get you tamed. Find you another tame individual.
Exactly.
That's all you got to do. Two tame folks.
Two tame folks.
That's working together.
And let the wild folks be in the wild.
Yeah. Growth. Why y'all don't want to do that shit? It's mind-boggling to me.
I got a quick one though. It's not as serious as yours, but Jack Harlow. I've been on record saying I'm a fan of him. Last project was a super big fan of that project. And so right before this project, we had a sudden influx of women, specifically white women, but just women in general, that became huge fans of Jack Harlow. Yeah. And I feel like niggas started hating. Because all of a sudden, once his album dropped, I said last podcast, wasn't as good as the first album. But niggas was hating on Jack Harlow for absolutely, like, all of a sudden, I don't know if you...
What you mean hate? What you mean?
People saying, like, the album is absolutely dog shit. Like, it's the worst album they've ever heard. Again, not as good as the first album, but it's not as bad as people are making it seem. But all I've been seeing as of late, since the album dropped, and all this love of Jack Harlow, all I've been seeing is hate. And it's like, why y'all... And I'm going to contradict myself, because I've been a proponent of... It's okay to hate. Like if we're able to love, we should be able to hate.
So which one is it?
You're a big hater.
Yeah. I hate. I'm a proponent of hating, but to me this was just weird. Like the nigga's done nothing wrong. Like he a white boy, he a rapper, and I know a lot of people don't like white rappers, but I don't know the way people was hating out of nowhere. It was just kind of weird to me, and I'm not saying stop it, but it was just. I don't know.
I feel like men be feeling like that when I feel like it was like a sudden influx of infatuation with him. Like after oh my God, Jack Harlow, you know what I'm saying? And I get it. It like I tell people this all the time. Like it's the clout and the money. Yeah. There are 100,000 people that look like Jack Harlow. Yeah. 100, and if he walked down the street and didn't have that clout or that money, women would be like, whoop-de-doo. I just was in New York. I seen 20 niggas that look like Drake. Yeah. You think they got Drake hold? No. It's the money. Like exactly. I'm talking about, they had Drake hair, their complexion, the beard. I'm like, look at all these Drakes out here. Yeah. I think it's New York. Yeah. I was like, yo, it's crazy. I'm like, they probably get all the women. Yeah. Nope. Like they got a cat calling it, but it's just the clout and the fact that he's finally on. And I feel like, of course, he had that hit song, but people thought he was gonna be a one-hit wonder. Once you get a hit song, you get featured anybody. Exactly. He chose to choose everybody. Exactly. Like Da Baby, Tory, Lil Wayne. Exactly. He put everybody on there, and then the fact that he's still hanging around, you know what I mean? Of course, that's gonna come. Like, you know what I mean? Like women like guys that are successful. Most women are attracted to success. Exactly. And he's successful. Like so. Yeah. That's just like I understand that. Like I'm like, what you do? Like you know what I'm saying? Like I understand that. That's what comes with it. And I feel like with the first glance, I feel like the song starts off popping and it gives you the vibe because the throwback is a sample. Exactly. Of course, I feel like the song could have been a lot better than what it was, but it's still a vibe. You cannot take that away. It's still like if you can hate on all you want. If you party and you out and about and the women like it, you have no choice. Yeah. But to like it, like you know what I'm saying, like you have no, like that's what it is. This is in like we don't create what's hot and what's cool, like you know what I mean, like the woman do, like so that's what it is.
So everyone knows I'm a LeBron James hater, but I have my reasons.
Why?
I have my reasons.
Why are you a LeBron James hater?
Because he hasn't done anything wrong, right?
The decision?
No. I've never liked LeBron. The
Wow.
whole calling himself the king. Then of course there were
that's his name, LeBron James, King James.
No, but I'm saying because a lot of people think it was like just a recent thing of me not liking LeBron. Since this nigga's rookie year, I didn't like it. Like
Wow.
my sister, you know how they used to have the book fair back in school, the Scholastic Book Fair?
Yeah.
My sister spent her hard-earned money as a little first grader, bought me a LeBron James poster. I'm like, I'm not hanging this shit up. This was his rookie year. I've just never been a fan of LeBron James. Like,
why? Poor K.
Okay, I told you.
It's because he's a Kobe fan, and he thought he was gonna take like. It's just
now you just poked the holes in the whole point out. So never mind.
I want to know why you hated LeBron. He did not certify call himself King James. I'm pretty sure his publicist came to him like your last name James.
Yeah.
Let's do the King James thing. Let's put a crown on you. Let's make this your thing. He don't even really use that shit no more. Like that was pushed on him as a young kid.
He don't.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't understand. Like he seems like, I feel like if you was to mention you don't like him because of the decision, or if you were a Cleveland fan and he did from Cleveland.
So initially, like what I was talking about with the poster, at that point I didn't hate him. It was just I wasn't a fan of him, and I'm not gonna hang somebody's poster up that I'm not a fan of.
Okay.
Because I had Grant Hill, Michael Jordan, Kobe posters.
His IG name is still King James though. That's how I was. That was very funny. Yeah.
So it was up until he got to the Miami Heat, and Heat fans used to drive me nuts. So they really made me start hating him. And now you're making me introspective. And the whole point that I was going to get at is Jack Harlow getting these haters because he got so much love. Mm-hmm. And maybe this is just a
Miami was lit though when he was down here.
You just made this a therapy session.
Was Miami lit though when he was down here?
Oh, they were. Not
even the heat. I'm just talking about the atmosphere of the city.
Yeah, it was.
It was a different type. Even Miami's doing great right now.
Yeah.
That arena wasn't the same. Like with D Wade, Bron, and Bob.
The Heatles, bro. That's what.
Bruh. Yeah. The city was on fire. Like I was just like, it was crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I get it. Like I get what you're saying. But me personally, like, I appreciate him because he's the activist part and he does more in the community.
Oh yeah, off the court.
Like I wanted that for Jordan.
Yeah,
I used to be so upset. I'm like, yo, he just didn't speak up. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I feel like even with Kobe, I feel like Kobe did that and did so much for the community, but he just did it under the radar.
Yeah.
Like, he was just such like behind the scenes, like, I got this going on, we got this going on. So I'm like, damn, I didn't even know. Like, until he passed away.
Jordan's a little bit of behind the scenes too.
Now, I feel like, but back then he was just like, he was giving us that OJ vibe, like, I'm not black, I'm OJ. What? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, you know, you thought, like, I'm not black, I'm MJ. Like, you know, they were treating the man like royalty, which he was. Like, it was freaking MJ. Like, this man has scandals and marriage problems. Any other news syndicate or reporters would have exploited that shit to them, but they was like, "Hey, for you, MJ, we got you." To this day, nobody else would be able to pull that shit off. Yeah, like they gonna run that shit just to have their name on it. Yeah. So, all
right. So we just talked about Jack Harlow. I have points, but you made me realize that
put some ice cubes in the comment section for him. Ice him down. I don't know why he treat LeBron like this. Cool this guy down, man.
All right. So we could talk about the GOAT right now. K-Dot, Kendrick.
Okay.
He dropped today. What y'all? And I know both y'all listened to the album. What y'all think so far? At this point, I know it's still early. It's the day of.
No, I mean I liked it. I think it definitely progresses throughout the album. Yeah. Like starts out with more of the songs that people are gonna play more often. Yeah. And then it gets into more like stories towards the end, or just kind of like I don't know. Sometimes like when I'm listening to I guess the back half of the album, I'm imagining what it looks like, what the video would look like, or what he's saying and the actions that are going on in the song.
So you because all right, for those that everyone should know at this point, it is a double disc album.
Shit, I didn't know.
It just goes 1 to 9 and then 1 to 9
and 1 to 9. I said they done fucked up the count.
Yeah.
I was like, does he just not like double digits?
All the tracks are different. Yeah,
bro. I thought it was gonna be some.
Said, what the hell?
Some different numerology thing where it's like number we don't want to go past 10 because of so on and so forth. And
I said maybe they uploaded it wrong.
I was like I'm missing something.
Nah, so
they rushed this.
It is a double disc, and instantly when I think double disc, I think two completely different albums.
Like Drake shit, like this my rap, this my single.
Yeah, so we got that with Drake. Future, I can't remember if it was a double disc, but when he dropped Future and Hendrix, At the same time, that was kind of two different vibes. And that's always kind of how it's been with double discs. With this, AJ, you saying you feel like it's two different stories?
Well, so within that first disc, there was a change at like song 5.
Yeah.
But then from song 5 on through the second disc,
it
kind of keeps that same vibe or the same kind of like style. So that, I mean, I wasn't even thinking about it as a double disc. I was just listening to it straight through, and then that's kind of what my takeaway was.
Yeah, because listening to it, I'm like, yo, this all could have just been one disc. I don't know why he made it a double disc.
Right.
But to me, it all flows as like one album. It doesn't feel like it's two completely different projects. I don't know why he did the double disc. I'm not mad at it, but for me, I fuck with the album. I think it's super dope. I'm a huge Kendrick fan. He in my top 5 all time. But there are some songs that, not that I skip, but it's just like I'm not feeling it that much. But there's some songs that are like super fire. So and right now I can't remember the name.
Yeah, there's some songs that like once you hear it once, you know it's like what's gonna happen. Just like with certain movies. Yeah. Inception being one of them, or like some really, really good movies. Once you've seen it once, you're never going to forget how that movie went. Yeah. So you don't necessarily need to keep watching it or watching it over. Obviously, you can watch it for different reasons. Maybe you like, I want to see how they did this, especially if you're in a film. But, yeah.
I say this, like, I love so many artists and I love music in itself. But I feel like when, like, an album like this drops, like, this is something I can listen to. And when I listen to it, I don't really want to be home because it's too much distractions, and my phone's on me. I want to be like in my car, or I want to be on the beach,
exactly,
like nighttime on the beach, like you know what I'm saying, and just vibing. It's dark, I ain't got nothing to look at, like you know what I'm saying, and I'm just hearing the ocean, and I'm just vibing. Like that's what I do when like albums I like or people I'm looking forward to drop, just to hear shit clearly. And if I hear like a bar or something, that shit that hit like a little something like, oh, this shit the whole shit got to go back.
Yeah.
We got to run it back. We got to run the whole shit back. Like I don't give a fuck if we
see what led up to this again.
Right, we got to go back, guys. Yeah. Like you know what I mean. And even like to touch on what you said, like certain songs, like you be like you know what I'm saying. Like sometimes it's songs like that grow on you.
Exactly.
And you be like, damn, this shit my favorite shit now. But when I heard it for the first time, I wasn't on it. But it really be the lyrics and the certain songs that are for you.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, this is for me. Like, you know what I mean? This is what I need. Like, this is speaking. This is my life a little bit right now, a portion of it. Or, like, sometimes it's just, like, the second verse is me.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's it. Like, damn, the second verse is speaking to me. So, it be shit like that I listen to. And I enjoy, like, the lyric side of it. Because I still love the Lil Baby and the Future and all that shit. Like, that's club music. That's music to get me, like, pumped up, lifting weights and shit. But I love knowledgeable music, like you know what I mean, that had me thinking a certain way or thinking a different way, and just mindful, and just, you know what I mean, like even when he dropped the video with the face and change and all that shit,
super fire.
And like that last verse, I'm like, yo, this is crazy, like you know what I mean, like he just took it, like it made me think like, damn, I wonder if Nip Killer like heard this and heard it last voice, like you know what I'm saying, we forgive you, but you know what I mean, your soul's in question.
That's
tough.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
you know what I'm saying, like I'm like, yo, that's dead ass right, like bitch, like you know what I'm saying, you did this, like
especially because it's not like he didn't know who that was too,
right? Like you know what I'm saying, like you know, and that's real shit, and it's something you gotta live with, like, and you changed your whole life. Like I would never understand that shit, like you know what I mean, I'm just like, bitch, one hiccup, one mistake can really change your Wikipedia page. Facts. Like, you know what I mean?
Facts.
I think Cole said that shit. I'm just like, you know, it just be different stuff like that scratch my head. And I don't like to listen to, like, some people that like listen with their homies and vibe, but I don't like to listen with people either. Because I be like, you know, people like, oh, they talk and you miss something. I just be like, that need to be by myself. Because some people like an album drop and like your girl could be like, I want to still with you. Yeah. I'm like, just fucking chill out.
Later on, after I got my 2 or 3 listens.
Yeah.
So
but let's revisit.
Not to change subjects real quick, but I did see a TikTok that I kind of related to between like me and Phil. So it said that the dude realized that there's 2 different people when they listen to music, like two styles of people. There's one that listens to the melodies, the music, the instrumentation, and they have to kind of flip a switch in their brain to like focus on the lyrics. And then there's the person on the other side that only hears the lyrics and kind of has to flip the switch to listen to the melody, the music, the instrumentation, all that. So when you listen to music, like what do you hear?
Right. Well, it matters how it starts, and it matters how the beat drop. And that's why even when I say in the car, I want to put emphasis on I'm normally parked.
Yeah.
Because music will have you speeding.
Yeah.
Like you be totally fine, or music will have you going too slow, and like you know what I'm saying. So I like to just be chilling, and with the windows up and hear everything in the car, like just the sound of that. So I feel like it matters what type of song it is.
Yeah.
The instruments play such a large part because the instruments is really what puts you in the mood and sets you up for the song. Like, you know what I mean? Kind of puts you like, okay, bam, this is how I'm supposed to feel. You could be like, just got off the last track and be on some pump shit and be like, okay, bam, hey, it's time to change your body language. Exactly. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it puts you in a different space. So it's like that. So I think I definitely like listen to the intro or the beat. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was dope hearing Kodak on that shit, to be honest.
Yeah. Kodak on there 3 times. And I'm shout out that nigga from the 954.
Yeah.
And AJ, he a huge Kodak fan, so I know AJ was hyped to hear that. But he on 2 different like interludes. He on 1 actual song. So shout out Kendrick.
I don't want to
it was
show
a
my
nice
age, but Kodak Black was one of my old middle school students.
Oh, really? That's hilarious.
That's super lit.
So shout out to Kodak, man.
Was he a super gremlin as a jit?
Nah, he was cool, man. Shout out to he was on the flag football team, man. Shout out to everybody at Crystal Lake, man. I'm a Crystal Lake babies out there, man. I'm Pompano, Pino. What up? All the fights that used to happen over there by the Taco Bell and shit.
The Taco Bell. That's the Taco Bell / Pizza Hut, right?
Yeah, right now on
Atlantic.
Yeah.
But yeah. So what? Two things. What one thing that Troy said, one thing you said, Zach. I'm kind of more the music and melody guy first, and then I listen to the lyrics.
Yeah.
But also when I listen to an album, I got to listen to it all the way through. And then to kind of just get the full picture and see how it goes, and probably like do that 2 or 3 times. But then also you have to shuffle it after. And I feel like when you start shuffling an album, that's when you find the ones where like, oh, I didn't like this one as much first. Mm-hmm. But once you hear it on its own, it kind of gives you a different perspective.
Right, like I said, you be hyped and then you like forced to go mellow, and you're like, I don't want to feel like this right now.
Exactly.
Like, you be like,
because like that's just how the album.
Go to the next upbeat, or let me go to the next slow down shit. Exactly. Like, how you feeling?
But if you catch it like later, just in a different mood, and you're like, wait, that song was on that album. And sometimes with a lot of these albums, especially with artists like Kendrick and people who make like entire like a score almost like you would make for a film where it progresses throughout the album. Sometimes you can't tell the difference in songs. Like you can like there'll be instant songs, but with interludes and everything, it kind of will just flow together, and you don't get that song or just it by itself.
Yeah.
And I think that's where, after I shuffle it, that's when I find the songs where I'm like, okay, I actually like this one a little more than I liked it the first time.
Yeah. But my favorite song on the album right now is Rich Spirit. I'm kind of surprised that as many people like it as they do it, because I like to be like, damn, I'm going to find the low-key gem in this album, and I'm going to rock with it, but everybody like this song. And I definitely think it's going to be the single because so many people rock with it.
Right, yeah. So I got my top 3 are Rich Spirit, Father Time, and N95. I think in that order, and N95 and Father Time probably switch. But also, or could go back and forth. But this song, or not song, but album kind of has Black Panther album vibes too.
Oh yeah,
like the kind of the sound of it and how he executed. I mean, he did both of them.
Yeah.
But that's what I was noticing a lot too.
Got like a before the movie and the character Black Panther, like on some old school, like just Black Panther in general. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
like, yeah. You know, some original Black Panther.
Well, yeah, I was talking about
documentary.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just like the feeling of it, and it just feels like the struggle and the triumph.
Yeah.
Through the struggle, like no matter what, like. But that's Black people in general.
Right,
like, you know
right.
what I mean? You look at all the shit. I'm like, babe, we still.
Yeah, I was talking about more like the beats and melodies and instruments that he used, but both ways for sure.
It definitely gives like I don't know, like just African, like tribal, like you kind of feel it. Like, it seems natural. It doesn't seem like so studio, like you know what I mean. I'm like, okay, this shit like. I feel like it's a movie going on. Like, bitch, we moving like we going like we
exactly.
We about to go, just like we in a car. Like we about to put like it literally feels like, but we just dressed.
You're on a
like
journey. You're going
times.
somewhere. Yeah.
Like.
Yeah.
Shit dope.
All right, but again, we not even 12 hours into the album, so I'll give a more in-depth review next podcast. But
Phil's definitely gonna want to say his piece on it too.
Oh yeah, for sure, and I'm sure Luke will too.
Shout out Phil, Luke. What's up, man? I hope y'all doing well.
Yeah, they both out of town right now. Luke in Italy
No,
enjoying it.
He's in France right now.
Oh yeah, he in France now.
Live, boy.
And then
He just
Luke
over there
in
chilling?
yeah.
No. He's on a trip with his
him
girl.
and his girl.
Okay.
Yeah. And then Phil's in the France of America in Louisiana. So.
The France of America.
Louisiana? Monroe?
Nah, he in New Orleans right now. I think.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Hope he eating good, man. Get some crawfish.
Nah, he's
eat
vegan.
Good, get
He's
po'
vegan.
boy.
Yeah.
What?
He
So he's not really eating good.
Get his ass out of here, man.
All right, we'll end on sports. So NFL schedules released yesterday. You don't need to give any type of predictions, but I'm assuming you looked at your schedule.
Yeah.
T.
The Ravens. Yeah.
How you feeling? You do play my Bucks this year. I know you
I'm
said
going
you
to the
play.
game. You going to the game? You want to go to the game?
I don't know if I'll be at the game,
Come
but
on, man. Fuck it. Let's go, man. Tailgate, man.
Go to the
Shit.
game, Zach.
Go to the game, bro.
my
I'm at the game.
boss trying to get me to go to the Bucks Chiefs game in Tampa.
Go to the game, bro.
Yeah, but how you feeling about the schedule in the upcoming year?
Looked at the schedule.
And you could talk about the draft too. I don't know if you're happy about the draft.
The draft was straight. I wasn't too shocked to see Brown up out of there, Marquise Brown, because
Yeah.
for the shout out to Hollywood Brown, for the simple fact that he wasn't throwing at all over the summer. I mean, or over the offseason with Lamar. So I already knew the vibes. I'm like, Bateman was down here right at FAU now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They throwing the ball in the stadium. I'm like, damn, what the hell is Hollywood like? So I already knew something was up. So he was over there already out there with K1 throwing in Arizona. But I think the draft was straight. We definitely needed a O lineman. We picked up a safety.
Hamilton, yeah.
Like we picked up, he was a big body, and then I didn't really know. Like looking at his highlight, he looked like, you know what I'm saying, he get after it and look like Baltimore vibes. You know what I'm saying? And he's a big body. He's been like 6'3", 6'4", and he's running to the contact. So that's definitely like Ravens football. And then we needed a center. We need like O lineman in general. So that's dope. But I just overall I feel like like Baltimore, we still need another receiver. We need a big body. Like a DK Metcalf, like a AJ Brown, like, you know what I'm saying? We need somebody that's gonna be like, you can throw the ball up and contest. Would
you like Julio?
Yeah, if he lasts more than 2 weeks, shit.
Yeah, that's
You know what I'm saying? Like, if we can get Julio, like a healthy Julio, like, you know what I mean? That's the only thing. He's so big and plays so aggressive. That's just wear and tear on that body. You know, he's a big guy. You know, but I wouldn't. I feel like you can get Julio for the low right now.
Yeah.
That's all he's been through. Like, why not?
Facts.
Like, if you can get him, even, you know what I'm saying? Let's do it. So
but anytime I see some kind of prediction on where will Julio end up, it's usually the Ravens.
Right, but I feel like he's going for the low. You know what I'm saying? He gonna definitely. I don't know. I feel like he's gonna go somewhere where he at least will get some looks.
Yeah.
Baltimore's such a run heavy first offense, and I feel like that's what happened with Hollywood.
Yeah.
But even looking at the schedule overall, what we got 17 total games.
Yep.
Right. So I don't know. I like a nice. If everyone stays healthy, last year I never experienced no shit like that before.
Yeah, that's wild.
That
We
was
lost all
insane.
3 running backs,
Insane.
both corners by the end of the season. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about season-ending injuries, like ACLs, like Achilles, like this shit was pectoral tears.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, what the hell is happening? And still almost being playoff contention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Lamar went out. Like we like, I don't know. We were like competing with backups. So I think we got 17 games.
I mean, I got the schedule here if you need it.
I seen that bit. You know I looked that bit.
It looked kind of easy. I'm not gonna lie.
Nah, you just never know.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like,
the division, y'all
you
division's
never know
tough.
who'll pop up. The Bengals went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And the year before they was 4. They won 4 games.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? I know Burrow's hurt, but still.
Yeah.
But since he was hurt, that set him up to get Chase.
Yeah.
So
Now you got Deshaun Watson in the division too.
right, but he's sitting down at least half a season, with everything, with suspension. But I said let's give us 13-4.
Okay.
13-4.
That's a good season.
It's gonna be some hiccups, like, you know what I mean, like, oh, how the hell we let that happen? Because that's one thing Baltimore will do is play down. It'd be a team we should just slap, and we'll just play down to their talents. But
honestly, I know you're never gonna stop doing them, But I love your Baltimore, your Ravens
Appreciate
it.
recaps.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
love them every
Yeah.
time. I'm like, I gotta go watch it.
It be passionate about it. Like
Even if I
and
seen
when
the
we
game,
lose,
yeah.
that'd be the most engagement. Like
Yeah.
people love to see me in pain and upset. They be like, oh, when the shit gonna drop, they lost. Like it be
Is
like
he still
the
gonna do it?
viewership
Yeah.
be double
Yeah.
on the L's.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with people?
Hey.
They don't want to see you happy.
As we was just talking about with me and LeBron, Jack Harlow, and all the fans, people just want to hate.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
all it is. But 13-4, I could see us.
So, I mean, you're not gonna get a lot of
You're
engagement.
gonna lose to us.
Who's
gonna,
us?
The Bucks. You're
Oh
gonna lose
no,
to the
no,
Bills.
I slap the Bucks.
You're
You
gonna
think we're gonna
lose.
lose the Bills?
Yeah. You might lose to Denver, and you might lose one to Cincinnati. Outside of that, it's a pretty
I
favorable
think we're gonna go. I
schedule.
think we're gonna go 1-1 with Cincy. You know what I'm saying? And then I don't think we're gonna lose to Denver. I don't know. We'll see. Let's see what Denver pans out to be.
Yeah.
We never know. That
They always start out strong and then kind
right.
of fizzle
Denver
out.
in itself, even with like you know what I'm saying, that division that they're going through is gonna be troublesome in itself. They need to get out
Yeah.
that division.
Yeah.
With Oakland look good. People sleep with Oakland. Oakland looks phenomenal one week and then a play down.
Exactly.
But if you go 1-1 with a team like Oakland in the division, that's like going 1-1 with the Jets.
Threw
Exactly.
it
You know
back
what I
to
mean?
Oakland.
Especially with Kansas City and the Chargers over there.
Yeah, Chargers are.
So
Yeah.
we'll see, man. The AFC is freaking stacked, bro.
Facts.
So they're always gonna be Oakland to you, not Vegas no more, or not Vegas.
You ain't gotta do me like that on the pod.
Nah. I was just,
You ain't
you
have to do it like
said
that.
3 or 4 times that I just
What the hell their name is? LA?
they're in Vegas. They're
What
Vegas.
is it, Vegas?
Yeah,
Damn,
Vegas.
I just was in Vegas and seen it out there. My bad. Damn. My
All
bad,
right.
Vegas.
AJ, you got two teams. You got the Dolphins and the
Why
Commanders.
you got two teams, bro? You that
Just
guy,
'cause,
huh?
yeah, I'm one of them.
I mean, it's two. So you
Who-
can't
the
get
Dolphins
on.
and who?
And the Commanders.
And the Commanders. Yeah, so it's not like I got
Okay,
I
at
got
least they're
good
not
teams,
the same.
you know.
The same conference.
yeah.
Yeah.
You
But,
want to one of these conference hit that? Go ahead.
Nah, I mean I think they'll probably both be around the same, kind of like just over 500.
Yeah.
Still a lot of
The
new
Dolphins,
pieces.
You think,
Yeah, I think you don't think the Dolphins are
with
gonna
the
be
offense and the defense is already top 5. In the league.
right.
But
But I mean, you still got.
y'all got a good running back and Tyreek.
Yeah, I don't think 13-4 though. Like he was saying with the Ravens,
But
they're still.
They get Tua everything he needed.
Yeah, but we
Tua
don't-
messed us up.
I mean,
Okay, yeah, we got
Dolphins-
better on the line,
Y'all
but
got
still
phenomenal
guards.
at receiver though with
Yeah.
Waddle and Hill. Like,
Bro, people was
And
So
y'all
killing.
got
what do you
tight
think?
end.
So what do you think the Dolphins
don't
gonna
be
do?
trying to put this on me.
Yeah, but
real
I
quick-
think
Real quick, people been killing Tua from that highlight video that got posted the other day.
Underthrown ball.
Yeah.
Ooh, I seen
Yeah,
that
I
shit.
feel like
They
the
was like underthrown already.
the PR team definitely reached out to Tyreek because Tyreek had made a comment about it. Then Waddle had made a comment about it, like, "Yo, get off my quarterback," essentially.
Yeah.
So, but nah, the Dolphins, they kind of got a little bit of a tough schedule.
yeah, but I think it's just when you put when you get a lot of talent together, it takes a little bit of
To
time
gel.
before it
I
clicks.
agree.
That's why I say it'll be I think we'll make the playoffs, but it'll probably be a little bit over. Not maybe just a little bit over 500, but I'm thinking it's 17 games, so 11-6.
Nah, y'all. Let me tell you something. If y'all don't win the division, or at least contest to win the division, be neck and neck coming in with Buffalo.
Yeah, with Buffalo, yeah.
But the Patriots will be there.
Exactly.
'cause
That's what
y'all
I'm
still
saying.
gotta go to the
You
cold.
can't ever knock them out.
Bro, they gonna try to get rid of Tua. They like Tua. Look, we got a running back. You got a good tight end, a little slinky white buddy.
Yeah,
he,
Gesicki.
he be balling.
Yeah,
Like, you know what I'm
Gesicki.
saying? I said, and we gave you Waddle, and you got the best receiver in the league, the highest paid. They don't want to hear that. Like, you know what I mean?
Tua definitely got the hottest of hot seats of anybody.
That seat is steaming because
It's
any other
crazy
quarterback would
'cause-
come in there, like
right.
Brady would come in that bitch and
And eat, yeah.
light that bitch.
It's crazy because he's on the hot seat, but he also has so much talent. So it's like it for him mentally. Is he gonna be like, oh, I'm good now, or is he gonna be like, oh, I'm in the hot seat? You know.
You gotta
I
sink
I
or
feel like
swim.
if he's in that if you go into that mentality, I don't want the media to keep talking about it because
You know that's all they
even
got.
exactly, but even if he doesn't feel that way, it's just gonna creep in. You know.
Yeah.
So
I'm looking
But no,
forward
I
to
think-
it.
I mean-
I'm looking forward to football season in general. It's
yeah,
gonna be dope.
Facts.
that's true.
I want to see the Dolphins. Like, I want to compete.
I like that there's been so much movement in the NFL because it makes it a little more
This is the
a
most
little more.
movement I've
That's what
seen
I'm saying. It
in
makes it
a
a little more
decade.
interesting. Everyone's somewhere new almost.
Especially with the receivers. Like the receivers, like nah, we need
Juju's
this money.
in Kansas
Who
City.
the buddy left for that was Aaron Rodgers joint Adams.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Adams.
yeah.
He's in Oakland.
Boy, got up
Las
out of there,
Vegas.
man.
Las
Right.
Vegas.
So
Vegas.
that's-
No, I said it on purpose.
Okay.
I said-
Okay.
You didn't catch. I was waiting
Nah,
for you to
I didn't. I was
catch
like,
it.
He's
Nah,
with me.
I know AJ seen. I don't know if you seen him, but Jarvis Landry today signed with the Saints. So that's obviously
they
the
got
Bucks
a good
division.
receiving core too, because they just drafted Olave and they got Michael Thomas if he plays.
Yeah. But we could quickly talk about NBA. Things
Hold
are
up, what about your NFL team?
Oh, Bucks, yeah. I mean, I think we got a tough schedule.
What you think the record gonna be though?
What? You think they have a tough schedule?
Yeah, we definitely got a
They was just on the news ESPN today saying that the Bucks and the Cowboys have the easiest strength of schedule.
It's the Cowboys.
Nah.
No, them two. They have the top two.
Listen.
Easy.
Okay.
What do you mean nah? They said it. Based on
So Dallas should be a win. New Orleans, I mean, if Jameis plays like Jameis, that should be a win. Green Bay, they have no receivers right now, but then we got Kansas City. That's the first tough game. Atlanta, Pittsburgh wins. Carolina, this is where it starts to heat up. Then we got Baltimore, LA. Those could be 2 losses right there. Seattle, they no longer have Russell, so that's all right. Maybe our schedule's not that tough.
Right. Look,
yes, but you have the
Panthers,
easiest strength of schedule.
Got the Panthers and the Falcons twice. That's 4 right there. Y'all got Seattle. Y'all got the Saints on there. Like,
but I also don't think it's as
Saints
easy
twice.
as y'all making it seem it to be.
I mean, all I'm saying is that the NFL experts said you have the easiest strength of schedule, and you said you had a tough one. That's all I'm saying.
I don't think it's easy. I do think we'll have a winning record for sure, but I don't think it's easy. Like we gonna be number 1 in the division or anything like that. Cause
who else in the division?
Well, Atlanta. I think the Saints are our only competition. Atlanta and the Panthers, they gonna be ass. But
the Saints is your only competition. Look what you just said.
Yeah,
you got the quarterback. You got James
coming off of an injury,
saying,
right?
Like we like in y'all division where it's like anybody could win that bitch.
Yeah, it's up in the air.
I also don't think it's a guarantee that we get number 1.
What? I think you guys have the easiest division.
No, I'm saying I don't think it's guaranteed that the Bucks win the division. That's what I'm saying.
I do.
Okay, but when you're looking at strength of schedule, you have the easiest division.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm not.
And then Cowboys probably.
But some of our out of conference games aren't that easy though.
Yeah, them shit don't really.
So was that 6 games?
At the Green Bay, at the end of the day, Rodgers is still Rodgers, whether he has receivers or not. Dallas, I mean, who knows what can happen with that? We have struggled with the Saints, even though
got the Colts on that bitch too.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wait, who's their quarterback?
He didn't
now?
want to say it. Who knows, bro?
Yeah. I don't know.
No,
Matt Ryan? Is it Matt Ryan?
Oh yeah.
Okay. I don't.
Arizona. I mean, that's a tough game.
Arizona going. They shoot the bucket at the last 4 games every season.
Yeah. And San Francisco, I mean, who knows what the hell's going to happen with San Francisco? A new coach, Garoppolo's still there, but Debo, who knows
what's going to happen? Wait, is it a new coach? There's no new coach.
Oh, no. They lost their offensive coordinator. Yeah, my fault. But San Francisco, that could still be a tough game here and there.
But also, NFL stepped up with their schedule. I mean, not NFL, but some of the teams stepped up with their schedule releases.
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
The Chargers, I'm not an anime fan like that, but the Chargers, they snap with that anime
I feel like they're competing
release.
amongst each other, which is dope. So that
which never happened.
But I went on YouTube and I watched the compilation.
Yeah.
Of like all the shit. I'm like, that's dope.
Yeah. The Saints, as we was just speaking about the Saints was terrible. They were like, oh, this is what our schedule would look like if every team was a wing. So it was like they dressed the wings up to make it look like it was stupid as fuck.
Wait, what kind? Like a wing? What do you mean?
Like a chicken wing.
Like a chicken wing? Oh, because okay. Yeah.
Or I said this. It was
but
Atlanta.
There's been more effort though, because
hell yeah.
Yeah, because before NFL was just like people are gonna show up regardless kind of thing. Mm-hmm. Now they're getting more engagement with their social media, and stuff. Bro. Yeah,
the fans enjoy that shit. Like, why not?
Yeah.
Shit.
But like compared to other leagues, like being because I work in the NBA. Compared to other leagues, they've been just in the dark ages almost. But now it's like they're kind of stepping up a little bit.
Right.
Yeah. But speaking of NBA, Heat. Shout out to your Heat, AJ.
Yes,
they advanced to the next round. They will play the winner of Bucks and Celtics. And I just got a notification that what's his face? Jason, he has 41 points. And it is 95-87 with 5 minutes left, but that was 8 minutes ago, so I don't know what the score is. Boston is leading Milwaukee.
Boy, they said game 7, boy.
Yeah, exactly.
They said game 7.
Then we have in the West, the Warriors are up 3-2 on the.
That game still come on tonight?
Yeah.
Who are they playing?
That shit might be over tomorrow.
On Memphis.
Memphis, yeah.
But Ja's out, but Memphis does play extremely well without Ja, so who knows what'll happen with that.
I don't know what the hell they played that last game they played. I said, goodness gracious.
Yeah, that was insane. What was it, a 40-point game?
Right.
55 at
Bro,
one
this game
point.
started 10 p.m. That bit about to be over at church on Sunday. Bro, them damn LA, them West Coast games be over late,
Yeah.
And
bro.
when Kobe used to be on the late, bro, I don't know how I stayed up for all
When he
them
used to
games.
be on the Lakers.
Yeah, but
He was only there, no?
well, I'm saying when he was on,
when he was playing,
when he
yeah.
was on the
Y'all
Lakers.
tweaking.
And then the last series we have is Suns and Mavs. Your Suns, AJ, because you a Chris Paul fan, but they are tied right now, 3-3 with the Mavs, and Luka has been hooping out of his fucking mind. And
Yeah, I think Suns close it out.
You think?
Yeah, they're at
been
home. They
treating
play
Luka
they
like
play a lot better at home
dirt.
too.
They've been asking that man, like, I bet you won't step up.
Oh, to Luka, you
Yeah,
said?
they've been treating
Yeah.
this man like, I'm
Who, the
like,
But
players or
he
the
always
media?
steps up though.
the players like they've been like
Yeah.
aggressive, just
Yeah.
like treating him like he's like a little school kid or some shit.
Yeah.
Like everybody wants to be tough when they're up. I'm
Yeah.
like, damn.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
I
But
think
I
I think
feel
a
like-
little bit of that is gamesmanship because Luka is kind of a little bit of a hothead.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But so I think that's what that is, and it's just the competitiveness. But
I will say
That's
this
cool.
has been the most exciting NBA playoffs in a while, like
Yeah.
competitive wise. Like
So-
every series has
and
been
I
like
think
crazy.
not to like diss him or whatever, but I think it's because LeBron's not in it. Because
Yeah.
when you
And KD and them,
Yeah.
it's wide open. Like
Right.
every team is like, this could be our year, bro. We
Yeah.
don't have these pillar guys in it, but it's also telling us that
it's a changing of the
this
guard
is
too.
the new wave.
Yeah.
Like here are our new superstars.
yeah.
But yeah,
Like-
not only that, but I feel like people were just so numb to the playoffs when LeBron was dominating the entire time.
Like yeah,
Because
we
even
know
if
he's
he
in the
wasn't
finals.
dominating, like ESPN is only talking about LeBron
yeah.
yeah.
and what he's doing and the Lakers and what they're doing.
That's just like
No
the
matter
Cowboys in football
what-
season. You be
yeah,
like,
exactly.
Why y'all keep
Facts.
talking about the Cowboys?
Yeah.
Man, these
Facts,
niggas
facts.
trash.
Facts.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So, but I agree. But I will still say it's the most aggressive I've seen basketball in a while. It's the most competitive I've seen it. But at the same time, it's the softest because the refs are demolishing this postseason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'm talking about, they reviewing everything. And, like, if I dunk on you, I should be allowed to stare you down,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
Like, these are adult, grown-ass men. In the NFL, they can dance.
Not
and
even
do
saying
shit and
anything,
spike
yeah.
the ball. Like, why can't I look at you like you
Yeah.
know, like, what
But
the
so
And the
fuck
thing
is
of course I'm a ref, so I got to stand up for my fellow refs.
Bro, what is how did we get here?
But listen, it's not the it's
Niggas
not
getting punched in the throat and just get a regular foul in like early 90s, late 80s. No lie.
so this isn't whether we talking basketball or football. It's not a ref thing. It's the league. The league always comes down like they have their rules committees and they tell the refs every year. These are our points of
Shit to
emphasis.
look out for.
Exactly. Like the
Y'all have a
reviewing
meeting
of
with
plays-
each team before the season starts. You're like, look, this is what we're gonna do this year, guys.
That is what
Exactly.
you're going to be
Yeah.
evaluated on,
I already
basically.
know. I remember that meeting with the coach refs at FAU. They used to sit down and tell us like,
Exactly. So the refs, we don't want to call shit this way. We want to let the players play. We don't want to stuck because I mean NBA may be a little bit different, but at the end of the day, I'm still a human. I want to go home. I want to get to
Yeah.
my lady. I don't want to be here for 5 hours. So we just enforce what the league, what the commissioners tell us to enforce. I do think that reviewing of plays in basketball, it is a little bit too much right now. And I hope
them bitches don't even go to the booth. Them bitches go to the little sideline, check out a TV.
Yeah,
Everybody
exactly.
be waiting.
I
It was
think
a taunting foul
yeah.
on like
When you didn't even think there was going to be one, you're like, how did they find
Yeah.
a taunting here?
right, like
But
we're not
they-
even reviewing that.
but
they
they're
find
trying-
new shit in the review.
exactly.
Yeah, they're trying not to miss things. I think too. I think with reviewing some stuff, it kind of opened, like, if I'm using a metaphor, it opened the faucet too
I'm
much.
about to say the floodgates. bitch.
Exactly, because now because refs are gonna get flack no matter what. Because even if they call the game how we would want them to call it, or how it's been called in the past, or like you say in the late 80s and early 90s or whatever, even if it gets to that, there's more I guess there's more judgment with that. And one fans are gonna be, oh no, that shouldn't have been a foul, and the other fans are like, oh, that should have been a foul, you know.
Yeah.
So it's kind of tough to
Yeah.
Let this shit go. It's playoff basketball.
Yeah.
Y'all.
And NBA is also tough because even with the points of emphasis, and me and my friend Luke, who's also a ref, we've had this conversation. In
my
the
friend Luke.
in
We-
the
He biased
Everyone
himself.
here
He
knows who
biased
Luke
himself.
is.
well,
No.
yeah, I think because T's here,
Yeah.
that's why I say it. But anyways, in the NBA, they let him get away with so much. Like if you watch, there's so much dirty plays that happen that wouldn't happen in the college level, high school level, any other level. So it's like anytime that something that
There's
looks
a lot
normal,
of shit happen.
yeah, anytime that something normal gets called, it's like, why the fuck are these niggas calling this?
Right.
So
at this point in time,
yeah,
I wait for the playoffs to call it. Y'all ain't call this shit.
Yeah, in the NBA, because in college you never hear this type of shit about the refs. In NBA, because they let so much shit go, and once they call something that
you hear about it. That's because people don't watch college as much.
That's
you hear
true,
about
that's
it when it comes tournament time.
Yeah.
Like,
I understand. We miss so many games in the NBA because it's just not on TV.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we see, like a couple games a week is 40 games going on a week.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we see 5. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't know, man. I just want to see. I just want this shit to go back old school, like Detroit Pistons vibes. Like,
to me, that's not even basketball. So it's
but it's a great
because
feeling.
he's a football player.
Yeah, you're a football player.
Hey, get your kid back.
He's like every basketball player should have a helmet on.
Rip his shirt.
All right, well, I think that's a good spot to end. T, it's been a good episode. I appreciate you being on. Man. It's been another episode of Save It for the Pie, episode number 68. We ain't got Phil here, but peace. He hits the little drop. We ain't got the soundboard, so Phil got to hit the little Jamaican horn.
All love, man.
All right, peace.